Hello, hello, hello. You are welcome to Stephane Funga Live. We're happy to have you here. If you're joining us tonight, please drop a comment, your city, your country, where you are based, and if you are a foreign country of origin. I am Stephane Funga, and you are on Stephane Funga Live. And my country of origin is DRC. Dallas, USA, DRC. I am Stephane Funga. If you're joining us tonight, we are happy to have you here tonight. Thank you so much. Please drop a comment. Tonight I have two exciting guests with me. Two of my friends are joining me tonight. And together, as every Friday, we're going to be talking about relationships. So tonight, every Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time, we will be talking about relationships. Because relationships matters. That's why we're going to be talking about relationships tonight. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, I'll be introducing businesses and people that we are going to be promoting on this show. So I'll be coming in on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And Fridays, it's going to be special relationships. And we are going to be, like last week, I'm going to bring my two guests and we're ready to start. I've got my friend Noi Jen. I'm going to be bringing Noi Jen. Hi, Noi. You're welcome to Stephane Funga Live. Welcome again. Yeah. And I've got my friend Tangela, who also is coming tonight. So, Noi, you go first, and then Tangela will go next. Ladies, introduce yourself to the people that are joining us tonight.
Hello, everyone. This is Nori Jane, and welcome to the show.
Happy to have you here again.
Yes.
Tangela, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good evening, great evening. Tangela Williams, and welcome to the show again. Chiming in from Hickory, North Carolina.
Yeah. We're happy to have you here tonight, and we appreciate your contribution. So if you're joining us tonight, please drop a comment in the comment section. And also, we like this show to be interactive, meaning we want you to participate. All right. So as we explained last week, we're going to be picking up questions and discuss about those questions. This show is all about opinions. You know, we are not here as specialists. We are here only providing, giving our opinions about relationships. Norijen is actually a relationship expert. I'll let her reintroduce herself. Tell our viewers, the people that are following us, what you do and how they can connect with you if they want to connect to you on one-to-one. And then Tangela is going to introduce herself, telling the people that are following us tonight what she does and what she's passionate about. You go ahead, Noi.
Yes, I'm a relationship and leadership coach. I'm based in Florida, and I'm originally from Tanzania, so I'm representing Tanzania.
Tanzania is in the house.
That's right. So if you want to connect with me, again on social media, it's at Norijen, anywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and also we'll be dropping some information under the video So that way you can be able to reach out to me if you need to schedule one-on-one or at least talk to me.
Beautiful. I'm just going to add that for now, if you want to connect with Nori, you can actually go to my website, stephanefunga.com. Now we have a page booking, which is there, and you can book Nori. That's something which I've put in today, and it's working. You want to book Nori, go ahead on the website, and on the contact, you can book Nori there on the one-to-one. Tangela, tell our people, what do you do? What are you passionate about?
Well, I am a commercial agreements counsel. I do contracts for a multinational company. We have operations in several countries around the world. But prior to joining this particular company, I practiced family law, divorce law, paternity issues for several years, and learned quite a bit about relationships, people, the good side, the bad side, and the ugly. Things are nice when things are nice, but people turn into different people, in the divorce setting, especially when children are involved. And so I'm passionate about really helping couples stay together, truthfully.
Amen.
Not in abusive situations, but at all costs, things can be worked out. I believe they should be. And so that is the angle I will come from tonight and speak from that perspective.
Wow, thank you so much. And how can people get in touch with you?
Oh, well, I don't do family law anymore. I went corporate.
You corporate now?
Yes, I went corporate in-house counsel, but I can be reached at a Gmail account. It is LO for law office, LO, Tangela Williams, like my name appears on the screen, TangelaWilliams@gmail.com. So LO, Tangela Williams @gmail.com. And again, the disclaimer is I no longer practice family law, but I can put you in contact with someone.
All right. So this show is for entertainment only. We're here to entertain. We are here simply giving our opinions about relationships. We are not here as expert. If you need expert advice, book Nori on one-to-one. If she's not able to help you, she'll refer you. The same way Tangela can refer you to the people that practicing law today. Yes. As she stated, she's no longer practicing law. Ladies, before we go, let me give some shout out to the people that have connected with us. Jan, welcome. My other friend that I can't wait for you to come here, Coach Janine. Thank you so much. I can't wait for you to join me here on Stephane Funga Live. So let's go. We're going to start with our first question tonight.
Yeah.
So we're going to ask the people on the comment, give us a number between 1 and 50. That's how the show goes. Give us any number between 1 and 50. Anyone, drop a number. That's where we're starting today. And if you're connecting with us tonight, I am Stephane Funga, and you are on Stephane Funga Live. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. That's the only way we can grow this channel. Coach Janine just gave us number 7. Did we have number 7 last Friday? We had number 7 last Friday, but the good news is every week those questions are recycled. Let's go and see what do we have on number 7. Question number 7. Whoa.
That's a good one.
Interesting question. Question number 7 say, how do you maintain a sense of individuality while being part of a couple? It's a good one.
Mhm.
Ladies, who want to go first?
Well, I'll go first since my answer is less
Okay.
clinical. Ideally, you want to have individualism and identity before you come together with another person. So,
Wow.
the healthier you are going into your relationship, the easier it will be to have balance between both of you once you come together. You'll come together. If you're married, you're going to come together as one. If you're dating, you'll come together in a partnership. But the foundation will always be stronger with two strong people rather than a person and a half or a half a person.
Wow.
So the stronger and healthier you are going in, the better it will be to maintain what you brought to relationship, and you have a conversation with your partner. Everyone has to have some me time. If you're an athlete, if you're a singer, if you write, if you volunteer, don't stop doing those things. Continue to do those things. So, and be honest about it. That's a part of you that you need, and that's a part of you that attracted your partner to, that you should maintain and grow. And eventually you'll grow hobbies, and you'll grow an identity together. But you must have some level of who you are, because you're a separate human being. You're never supposed to morph into another individual. But that's my short answer.
Thank you so much. That's a beautiful answer. Coach Nori, what do you have to add on that? I think she said it all, but what do you have to add?
Oh, yes. I love it, because we talked about honesty last week. And so she mentioned that, which is very important, in maintaining individuality and being honest about who you are. And I wanted to add to that by saying, I love what Dr. Miles Monroe described singleness, right? Most people think being single means being alone or being unmarried, but we maintain singleness even though we're in a relationship. What does that mean? Because singleness means being separate, being unique, and being whole, right? So we don't enter a relationship half. We're single as in whole, as human, one person, as we try to become one. So as you're becoming one, as you're a couple, right? You're not separate anymore, you're together, but you're still unique and you're still whole. And all you have to do is continue to work on yourself and continue to maintain that uniqueness and wholeness within you. And that will continue to keep the relationship fresh and also keep you coming together, so you still have that interest where you continue to fall in love with each other. You can still have different things pursuing, each other, like the passion of the pursuit of purpose, walking your destiny, even if it's together, following the vision of the household, but still being single while married. Again, being single does not mean being alone. It just means people, the way they look at being single means unmarried, but no. Being unmarried and alone and being single are totally different things. So you definitely want to maintain your singleness even when you're still married, because that's how you maintain your individuality.
That's so beautiful. I am getting educated tonight. But as you lady was speaking tonight, I wanted to come in on a different angle. I actually want to talk to the brothers.
Absolutely.
I was getting inspired as you lady was you were talking, and I'm like, I need to come in on the brothers' side, and like Angela, you said it that before you came into the relationship, you fall in love with what your ladies was doing before you married her, and the situation we see sometimes is once people are married or come together, and we men gonna have some situation where now we want to limit the time that, hey, she used to go to a Pilates class. Now you have a problem with her going to a Pilates class. Or she used to go to church. Now, you have a problem for her going to church. And that's where I'm coming from, or you cannot stop the person being who she was just because she's now married or she's your partner. So brothers, helping your partners or your wives, develop what she was doing before with your support, make them grow, make you love you even more, make you, your couple or your marriage even get to a better place. That's sort of my input today. I'm coming for the brother side. I don't know if one of you want to drop something, or anybody in comment have something that they want to drop on the comment. We'll be happy to talk about it. But I don't know if ladies, do you have anything else you want to add on that, or you think, hey, we good on this one, let's move on?
Well, I can add that I belong to a wonderful church ministry in Texas when I lived there, one community church, and we had classes on being single, and we called it the preferred life. Interestingly enough, right, the preferred life, because the scripture says that God is able to use people who are single, sometimes more optimally, because you don't have to split your time and your focus on raising children, on meeting your spouse's needs, or cleaning a home, for example. If there's an opportunity to go to a missionary in Israel, you can go, at least on a time perspective. But one thing he mentioned that always sits with me is oftentimes when men pray for a wife, God will send them someone, he'll present someone. And that woman will be presented to them as a flower, like you just described, Stephane. Beautiful, active, energetic, optimistic, got the nails done, the makeup is on beat, everything, right? But it's possible to wear the woman down too. You're presented with the flower, but with all your problems and burdens, because you haven't figured out yourself, made yourself whole. Then she loses energy to be the individual you fell in love with. So I'm just really piggybacking on what you said, Stephane, in that the man has a role in keeping the woman individual as someone he desires, continue to desire. And likewise, the woman has a role with the same, helping the man. The man was into martial arts. If the man goes to the gym, if he eats a certain food, you don't start not cooking and, eating out every night when you start dating after you're married. You have to keep that symbiotism going. You become symbiotic, like a merger and acquisition. You become one entity, right? And in acquisition, you keep the processes that work, and you purge and eliminate the processes that don't. So it's the same thing with the individualism, that the part of you that works for that relationship, a couple needs to maintain that, and it's internal.
That's right.
It's symbiotic. The man has to support the woman and keep her the flower, and the woman has to support that man and help him to remain Adonis. It's quid pro quo relationship.
Beautiful said. Coach Nori, any thing you want to drop before we can move? Clementine, welcome to the show. If you joining us tonight, we appreciate you for being here. You are on Stephane Funga Live. Tonight, I have my friend Nori Jane, who's here. She's a coach. And you got my friend Tangela Williams, who's here with me tonight. And like every Friday, we are going to be here, and we're going to be talking about relationships, because relationships matter.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to add that it's important to do the work while we're still single or we're still unmarried. to understand ourselves, because many of us do get married when we're young. We don't fully understand who we are. We don't understand our purpose. We don't understand why we're here. What's our assignment? So then we have a tendency to marry people that do not align with our assignment, with the purpose that God has given us. And that's the reason why you would have the issues where people, man has control, or you have issue where a woman wonders why the husband is always gone, or things like that. You have issues like that because the assignments aren't aligned. You didn't marry each other based on the purpose that God's given you, based on vision and the assignment that you're supposed to work on. Because when you see power couples, when you see people that have similar assignment or assignment that are aligning together, I mean, hence power couple. Hence we're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, you are not going to be like, honey, where are you going? What's going on? Because you already know and you understand what the mission is at hand. So it's so important to get to know who you are, know what your purpose is, know where you're going, so that you know who to align yourself with and partner yourself with for life.
Wow. Thank you so much, ladies. Made our guest tonight. I'm speechless because, there's nothing I can add on that. If you're connecting with us tonight, you are on Stephane Funga live show. I have my friend Noe, Jane, who is here, and Tangela Williams. This is Relationships on Stephane Funga live. We're going to move on and take our second question. We're asking for a question between 1 and 50. 7 is gone. Who's going to drop the number? Bettina, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every one of you who's here tonight. Keep sharing. And that's how we can grow this channel. That's how you too can come into the channel, because it's our channel. All of us need to come. We need to be sharing. That's how we can grow. That's how we can help each other better our situation. What number are we getting next, please? People in the comment, drop us a number between number 1 and 50. 7 is gone. Anybody? No, Jen, go for it.
10.
Number 10. We had number 10 last Friday.
Last time was 16.
Was 16? All right. Number 10. Let's see, what do we have on number 10?
Ooh.
I think we got this, right?
We covered this question, right? But we'll do it again. We got Tangela here. I'm sure she's got something to say about,
Yeah, I laugh because I've had a couple long distance relationships.
Hey, this is what's interesting about this show. So every week.
Oh my gosh. We need some
Question
of my
number
friends.
10.
We need some of my friends to talk about my last long distance relationship. They said they thought they would have to do a seance.
What's trying to
out of that relationship, boy?
Do you think I essential on making
funny.
a long distance relationship? What? So I think we're gonna give you this one, Tangela. Just give us your brief experience or whatever you want to share with us on that, okay. and then we'll move on the next question.
Okay. So, all right. First point on that is, do you want a long distance relationship? I mean, you got to be realistic. What are you talking about? Different cities, different states, or different countries? That's number one. So there's got to be a scope on there. And people have long distance relationships internationally. I've seen it done, and I've seen it done successfully. I had a 3-year interstate relationship. I lived in Texas and he lived in New Jersey. And needless to say, it was a failure. not from my part, but from his part, because he was basically doing whatever it is he wanted to do while we were still dating. And the other thing is he wasn't an honest person. So being realistic in terms of strategies is the vibe between the two of you real enough where you think a long distance relationship will work. That's number one. Because it's a whole different level of commitment. It's a different level of communication. Finances may be involved to see each other. You may spend more money on gifts to make up for the time that you don't spend together. You may not see each other often. You may see each other once a month. You may see each other, twice a year. So a lot of different factors go involved. I think before you begin to embark on a long distance relationship, if you can at all be sure of the character of the individual on the other side of that relationship, because if they are a liar, cheater, whomever in person, just think about it. It could be amplified long distance because there's no check-in basis there. So you have to be sure that the individual, if you're going to do this, that the individual can handle it. That would be my first point of strategy. The second strategy is I always include God in every relationship. If the person doesn't believe in God, it may be tough too, because you have to have an authority higher than you to encourage you to do the right thing. And when you have that much time and freedom on your hand, you can have 2, 3, 4 boyfriends, girlfriends. So it's not that I discourage it. It's just that I would say just make sure you have 2, as Nuri alluded to earlier, you need whole and healthy human beings to do a long distance relationship. So you communicate often, write the person letters, call often, and stick to your word. If you schedule a call for Friday at 6:30, that call on Friday at 6:30 should happen. Not 6:31, not 6:40. But if you tell someone you're going to do something in a long distance relationship, it is critical, it is essential that you stick to your word. And you'd be surprised that long distance relationships, they can work without seeing each other every day. And it can be beautiful. You don't grow tired of the individual. When you do see each other, it's very exciting. But you just have to make sure that it's too level-headed, too mature, and committed individuals. And my biggest thing is just stick to your word. If you say you're going to do something, if you say you're going to be there, and then sacrifice. Don't get that extra $5 cup of coffee at Starbucks. Save your money up so you can see each other at least once a month or some regular point of time, and send gifts, and on birthdays, say hello, and things of that nature. The things you would do in person, do so long distance, just multiply it. That would be my advice. So I didn't go too much of my personal because I know you guys don't want to hear my personal. But
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'll tell you this. He told me he had 1 child, right? By the time we broke up for good, there were over 10.
Jesus.
Yes.
Wow.
So you got to be careful with a long distance relationship, for real.
Nori Jane, Coach, you wanna? I know we covered it, but drop something before we, and if you wanna add something, please. If you are connecting with us tonight, you are on Stephane Funga Live. Right? If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. That's how we can grow this channel. And if you wanna come in, have fun with us, you are welcome to join us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, all of you that are connected tonight. Coach Nori Jane, what do you say? Long distance relationship.
I like the point that was mentioned is, do you want a long distance relationship? Yes. I want to add is, can you handle long distance relationship? Do you have that level of discipline and commitment to
Handle
sustain
it.
it?
Yeah.
Are you whole? Because if you have attachment issues,
Mm-hmm.
right, you know that you need to date somebody that you can be seeing on a regular basis, talking on a regular basis. The
Wow.
question is, should you be in a long distance relationship? Right. So
Yep.
that's important to ask. We talk about integrity and honesty because it's so easy to point out what the other person is doing. Yes, they could be cheating, they could be doing all these different
Mm-hmm.
things, but can you handle that? Can you handle long distance relationship? And if you're realistic and you know yourself, you've done the work, and you can be honest and say, no, I cannot do this. But if you're mature, and when you're dating long distance, you're dating
Mm.
for data. I mean, when we're dating for data, no matter where we are, whether we're long distance or not.
That's
The
right.
goal is to, when you're not with somebody every day, you gotta have questions. And I hope the questions get better with time, because that's how you know each other. So how do you find out someone's character? Have meaningful questions. Talk
Right.
about it. Understand where you're going. Because again, dating is about figuring out if we are a match. It's not about, oh, we're dating, we're supposed to get married. No, we're dating to figure
Mm.
out what's going on, if you and I are a match, and we can go on this journey together because we have a purpose to fulfill. And are you the right match for me based on the assignment God has given me? So if we're not collecting data when we're dating and we're just trying to stay together so we can eventually get married, then you definitely may be surprised. Like, yeah, it's like I have one child, but then they have 10. Or they may have a situationship or another
Yeah.
marriage, or they say they're divorced, but they're separated.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be a whole lot of disaster. So
Wow.
pray about it, but be very honest with yourself.
Yes, you said it. Being honest with yourself and with the other person that you're wasting that person's time. You know, do you want to be in a relationship? If you can't handle it, you don't have the time. Why get into it? But if you want to be into a relationship, you really have to make sure that you secure each other, because that's the only way. That trust has to be there. Like Tangelo said, if you say you're gonna make a call at 9:30, make sure that that call is made at 9:30, because at 9:31 he or she start thinking, okay, what's happening? Why is he not calling? And you know, when they start doubting, you can't justify your time in the relationship. They don't know where you are, and it becomes a problem. So, do you want to be in long distance relationship? That's where I'll finish it for today. Uh, in the comment, I have a message there which say constantly being in touch. So you have to maintain, you have to be on that communication, you both spoke about, you have to keep that communication going. If you said you're going to have a Skype call, don't say you don't have a Skype now to make the call or your video doesn't work.
Be accessible. That's what we talked about last week. Be accessible.
Be accessible, right? Hey, if you're connecting with us tonight, you are on Stephane Funga Live. Every Friday, we're going to be here and we'll be talking about relationship. Tonight, I have my friend Nori Jane and my friend Tangela Williams here. We're talking about relationship. We're going to pick the other question on the queue. Bettina shared number 33 is our next question. Let's go and find out number 33.
Let's do it.
That's a good number.
Here it is. Wow.
I like it.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Question number 33. How do you support each other's personal goals and aspirations?
Wow, these are some great questions. That's a good one.
I can go first on this one.
Okay.
You go first. Hey, take it away.
Well, number one,
Unfortunately.
do you have goals?
Oh,
I hope you do.
look at where you're starting.
I hope you do. Because do you have goals to support? Okay, so I hope you do have goals. So then, if you do have goals, I go back to personalities. I go back to attachment styles. I go back to why is it important to be secure before you get into a relationship, or at least be working to becoming a secure individual. Because when you're a secure individual, you're working on your discovering your purpose, or already understand your purpose is and what you're working on your mission. Then you already have goals. You're going to have goals, right? And then if you're meeting somebody, and in this question, it's let's assume that people are already in a relationship. So how do you support each other? Well, if you have vision, so do you have a vision for the relationship? Do you have a vision? Where are you going? And then where are you going based on that is who's doing what to accomplish that vision, to accomplish that goal. And then from there is, okay, how do I support you to get that, whatever goal that you have accomplished, as you support me? Because again, it's about the mission. It may seem like it's out there, but think about it. We want to be together we want to be married for life. And we have a goal, we're in ministry, or we're doing whatever we're doing, whatever our purpose is in life. So your personal goal is health. So you need to be healthy in order for us to be married or to be in a relationship for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. So even though it's an individual goal, but it's still supporting the bigger picture, the bigger goal, right? You have a vision of where you're going. Health is important. You need to be healthy to be together, to enjoy your life, to enjoy that, and to do the work that you're called to do. So as we're supporting each other, it could be as simple as, let's go to the gym together. Instead of criticizing, oh my gosh, you gained some weight. How about, babe? Let's go to the gym. Let's do this. So that's just an example. How do we support each other? What's the vision? What's the goal? What's the purpose? And then how do we empower one another individually in order to be strong as individuals, but also to build as a whole? I'll leave it there.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I in an ideal world, I would love for two people to be together as a married couple working on something together, because at least there's some probability that once the goals are reached, that couple will stay together and enjoy the fruits of it together. But realistically, that's not real life. We got couples out here who are not married. But I would say, because I've done it, I was married 20 years before we divorced, and we supported each other, one, by communicating what we wanted and what we were working on at the outset. I was in law school, he was in graduate school, so we got married, had children. He supported me through the entire law school process, which they call the jealous mistress. So you can imagine the restraint on time. And then he took classes to go to graduate school, so I supported him by cooking meals and keeping the house clean, picking him up from classes. Even with the job situation, if he was applying for new jobs, I would look at his letters before he submitted them, like a thank you letter, something to that effect. Or if I was preparing for oral argument, I would bounce my argument on him first. If I needed to volunteer for trial for school, I would bring him in. So we supported each other that way, and those are real tangible examples of how two people with goals work together to get that done. And we both crossed the line. I became an attorney, and he also graduated with an MBA with honors. The other thing I'm going to say, which is critical, is, and Nori touched on this point too, When two people decide to support each other in a goal or a vision, there must be an understanding that vision is unilateral. You may have people coming from different perspectives and bringing different gifts to the table, but the vision and the purpose, the mission for that family is the same for everyone. And you've got to get that, you got to get on that line, because let me tell you what will happen if you're not there. You will compete against each other. You will compete against each other. You will both lose time for what needs to be done. If there's children in the middle, the children will suffer because they're not getting quality parent time or even enough parent time. You can become resentful. You know, somebody's career could go faster, smoother. Someone can earn more money. That money's not brought to the family the way it should be. I mean, it can go in a whole bunch of explosive directions, in the wrong direction, if a couple who purportedly support each other, you make your goals on one level, but you really have not amalgamated them. They really have not come together as one. So my two points are, there are physical, tangible ways to support each other. You can do things to help each other, right? Help study, help type papers, all that kind of stuff. Keep motivating, cook meals, keep the person healthy, happy, all that type of stuff. But please, 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 just work together and let the goal and the vision be one for the family. If your family is you're not married, but you live together, or you live in separate houses, that's fine. If you are married, that's great. But just work together, and be sincere about it. You know, and if someone feels like they're getting left behind for whatever reason, have a conversation about it. You got to have communication all the way through, and you got to be on the same page all the way through. So those are my 2 points.
Be on the same page. Thank you so much, Tangela, for that input. If you're connecting with us tonight, you are on Stephane Funga Live, and I have my friend Noe Jane
Let me
and
add
Tangela
that.
William. I'm coming to you. If you have not subscribed, please do. Sister Blessing, thank you so much for being here. Bettina, Grace, all of you, we appreciate you tonight. I want to just add a little thing, on this subject. You both touch into it. It's the initial communication that's happened. You know, when you meet, and like I said, you have to have your own goals. Maybe the other person want to go to the moon. Are you able to support them on that goals of what they want to achieve? This is where that honesty come in place, because sometimes people we play like we don't listen to the person who, we into this dating mode. The other person is trying to tell you, say, hey, this is what I want to do, but you caught up into the love and everything that we are not listening to each other until when we're together. The other person said, hey, this is what I want to do. Now you're together, you can't support each other because you did not listen to that person. People that have goals, they say, hey, this is what I want to go. If you're not able to support them on that goal, and then you should not if getting into the relationship with them, because most people that have goals, they know where they're going. That will never change. That's where they're going. Are you capable to support them on that journey? If you're not, and then don't get involved, because guess what? At some point, the other person is gonna go high, you're gonna be low, and then the resentment, like Tangela said, you now start feeling, oh, she's making more money than me. Oh, now everybody is saying hello to her like I don't exist. Of course you don't exist. That's what my input for tonight. Thank you so much if you're connecting with us tonight. We appreciate you. This is Stephane Funga Live. I don't know if you wanted to add something on that before
Yes,
we close that and move on our next question.
yes, and I think it seems like a simple question, but it's really not, because
It
a lot
is
of
deep.
people's relationships fail because of this.
Yeah.
So when I said alignment and the things that I said before, it seemed like it was so simple, but it's not, because we can make mistakes as we're going into relationship, because all we
Mhm.
want to do is we want to be happy. And that's the goal. And you're going to fail. I'll be honest with you right now. If the goal is to be happy,
Mhm.
nobody can make you happy. You have to bring your own happiness. You have to be happy before you get into a relationship. Because if you're looking for that,
Nobody's
let
gonna
me
do
not
it
go
for
into
you.
that tangent. I can wait. We can go way, way, way with that. But the most important thing is, if the goal is just to be happy and get a relationship and hope we have children or whatever, that's not going to work. The reason why I talk about understanding who you are, understanding your mission, how it's important. It doesn't matter if you're single, you're married, you are separated, whatever your status is. You can still be in a marriage and still look for God. Why am I here? What's my mission? Because we live in a world right now where it's a me, me, me world, right? So even when people are together, but they still have individual separate goals, they're doing their own thing.
Mhm.
So they don't have a unified vision, and they're not working together to accomplish whatever vision or whatever mission or what
Mm.
accomplish their purpose. Because again, most people are lost. And maybe not say most, but many people are lost. They don't know who they are. So we're just doing the go to college, get a house, get a car, get it, have babies or get married, have babies and whatever. So when we're doing that, even if you have certain goals, but you do not understand what really makes relationship work, and I've been a victim of this. So if we don't understand how that works, what's going to happen is we're going to have competition.
Mm.
Whether you like it or not, there will be competition because we are not unified.
Yeah.
What does the Bible say? You know,
Yeah, I'm on mute. Yeah, a house divided will not
shall not
stand.
stand.
Yeah.
So you can, and there are a lot of people are good at faking it. They can say, I'm with you, but again, these are spiritual matters. You can say I'm with you, but your actions could speak something completely different. Your words could be
Completely.
different. Your body language could be different. So if you're not together, and it has to be genuine, it has to be real. And if it's not that, you are not going to get where you're supposed to go. So that's why I asked for the first thing I said was, do you have goals? Because it sounds
You
like
have
it's a
goals.
simple question, but yeah, you can have a whole bunch of stuff that you want to do, but what are the goals as a couple?
Yeah.
And if you have that and you're supporting each other, because even when you're supporting each other, when you're coming together, that's why I speak more on it, marriage terms. Because when people are together and they're individual working on different things, it's very difficult to think of the idea of being one. It's very difficult because again, there's always that fear of, well, if you walk away, you can always walk away, you can always leave me, so I better do my own thing.
Yeah.
So again, if you're in it, figure out why are you in this relationship? Why are you, how long you're gonna be in it? Where are you going? Because the longer you stay in it and you don't have a unified vision, you're literally going somewhere, but I'm not sure if you're gonna be going there together. Let me leave it there.
Seems like we're gonna stay on this topic for tonight. Angela, you wanna add something?
Well,
On
yeah,
that?
I can.
Seems
In
like
terms,
a lot of people really wanna us to continue on this, because after that I'll be reading some of the comments that we have on our comment section. So go ahead, please,
I
if you have
remember at
anything to add.
church, in terms of the unified vision, a
Mhm.
couple being highlighted in 2 years. A couple decided to eliminate their debt. In 2 years,
Okay.
a couple worked together
Mhm.
and paid off over $180,000 in debt, using both of their
Wow.
salaries, but using discipline and a
Mhm.
common goal. They shopped a certain way, they paid bills a certain way, they saved money a certain way. And I want to share this bit of advice
Mm.
that I wish I'd known going into my marriage. my first marriage. So I do hope to marry again, which was the husband's income is to be used to live off of. The wife's or the partner's income is to be used to save and invest. If the husband earns $70,000 a year, you guys live on $70,000 a year. If the wife earns 90, you save and invest some percentage of her income. But two things happen there. There's a clear head of that household, number one. The second thing is the man is forced to continue to lead, because a man should lead in a relationship. And that's biblical. That's if it's what you believe. The third thing is you are working together for a common goal. Husband and wives have built cities, towns, hospitals, colleges, foundations.
Yeah.
So, there's a purpose and a reason for a husband and a wife team, or a man and a wife team. And I know I'm speaking strictly on the heterosexual side. I don't want to go into the other portions, but however your family is made up, there is power in unity. There is power
in unity.
Yes, there is real power in unity. And when you have two people who work together as one entity and stick to that, it's limitless. Look at Michelle and Barack.
Wow.
They sat down and decided to be president of the United States and first lady. And sure enough, they did it. I've read two of that man's books. And I'm going to read Michelle's. I guarantee you it was a unified vision. And look at what they accomplished.
Amen.
And to avoid distractions. Because
you avoid distractions.
Avoid distractions. Like when you sit down and talk, that this is a very heavy topic, and I'm glad people want us to stay in this. The problem is when I really, even if you remove faith out of it, but the biggest thing is you have to think about we were born sinners. We come to the world selfish. We're very selfish and self-centered as individuals. I don't care how saved you are. This is something that we have to renew our mind. We're very selfish individuals. And many times we get into relationships because of what's in it for me.
Wow.
We get in relationship is because I like how they make me feel. But to get to a point where we talked about, President Obama and Michelle.
First Lady, yeah.
First Lady Michelle. The reality of the matter is there is that unified vision, but there is like, listen, this is you and me. And it doesn't matter who comes out there. This is us.
Yeah.
Many of us, we're letting our parents get involved and gave their 2 cents about what they think about your person you're dating, or the person you're marrying. And I hope when you're married, you get that, you hear the advice because it's important. It can help you to make sure you're marrying the right person. But once you're locked in, listen, your friends, your siblings, your parents, too many relationships are getting broken up because of family involvement, because of just somebody else's opinion. So on top of that, our secret motives, the Bible talks about that, our secret motives, our iniquities, the things that we think about on the inside. We can say all the good things all day, every day to our partners, but if we don't respect them on the inside, we don't think great things about them, we don't really love them truly, there's no way we're going to support each other. There's no way we're going to get there.
No.
So whether you believe in God or you believe in the universe, it's about the law of attraction. It's about the law of sowing and reaping. You will reap what you sow. So what are you sowing into your relationship? What are you sowing into your partner? What are you sowing into the vision? And so if you're watching us or you're listening to us and you're probably like, I don't have that. It is very important, probably before having the conversation with your partner, is really to get yourself together with, obviously, with God. Get it right. Ask yourself, what do I want? How am I contributing to the demise or at least the failure of this relationship. Because as much as it takes two, we all have we contribute somehow, some way. Even if yours is 1%, let's work on your 1%.
That's
Why
right.
are you not showing up? Why are you not bringing 100% energy into this? So when we're not focused, some people are like, well, my wife is gaining weight, or my husband, and then let's have another person on the side. Listen, all these side things that we're doing, the side piece, the this and that, that's costing money. We have teachers who are becoming millionaires. We have people who are just regular careers when they're focused. So when you're not spending your money out there because you have, you're a sugar daddy for this person, you're doing this or you're doing that, you're extra. Communicate, no secrets. Like to support one another and to get somewhere in life where you have a successful life, no matter what you define success. It's truly to have a pure heart where you love one another, you see the good in that person, you want to bring out the best out of that person, and you're really saying, come hell or high water, we're going to make it happen. So if I need to grow, if I need to do better, if I need to get better, what do I need to do to get where I need to go? I will do it. So therefore, there's no I'm pointing fingers. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You need to change. No, it's about me. How can I get better? And you'll be surprised when you focus on yourself, loving yourself, working on yourself, looking at the area that you need to grow. Your situation changes, how you see your partner changes, and everything else changes.
Amen. Tangela, I'll give you a few minutes to say something, and we're gonna close it tonight. This hour is just flying. We'll come here before we know it. The hour is gone, and if you're connecting with us tonight, this is the Funga live show. Every Friday, we're gonna be here from 9 p.m. Central Time. Tonight, I've got my friend Nori Jane and also Tangela William. On my website, stephanefunga.com, there is a page there, booking, where you can book both of them. Right there, you just put a comment if you want to. I'm not just bringing people here in my platform to talk. We also want to bring solutions. Any space or any issue that you might have and you think somebody who came into this show can assist, don't hesitate. Go to the stephanefunga.com website, book there on the comment, just say, hey, I'd like to talk to Tangela, or I'd like to talk to Norijan, and we can facilitate that. And all the businesses that, people that I am receiving on the business side, the same way. So thank you so much. We appreciate every one of you tonight. Let me read a comment, and then I'll give you, Tangela, the final word that we're going to close in tonight. So let me read a comment from Sister Blessing, who said, make sure you know what you want. Don't wait for too long to make a decision to be fully engaged or exit. We often think we can change our partner's mind along the way, but we can't.
Well,
you can only change you.
That sounds like that comes from a wise woman.
That's a wise woman right there.
Yes, like a wise woman.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and she's got more comment to say, hey, I love these two wonderful, God-fearing and very, very intelligent ladies. Hey,
thank you so much for your comments.
Yes,
I only connect for the best. People that know me, they say only the best for Kakombe, so I connect with the best.
Well, we only have a few seconds left, and I just close with if we are content enough with ourselves, have enough joy with ourselves long enough to wait on the person God will send for us, who will help us fulfill our purpose, which Nori kept talking again and again and again and again. It's about alignment and purpose. we have enough strength and joy to wait to the right purpose and alignment, then that will handle a lot of what this commenter just said. We don't have to worry about, does my partner need to change or will they change, because they'll be whole at the very beginning, and it'll last. It can last. I encourage relationships, bottom line.
Amen.
Yep.
Thank you so much, everyone. You were listening to Stephane on Stephane Funga Live. Tonight, I had my friend Nori Jane and also my friend Tangela William. You can connect with them through my website or through their own social media platform, but you can book them, for a private conversation on Kakombe at stephane.com under the page booking. Thank you so much. We see you again next Friday, same time, 9 p.m. Central Time. We had fun. We hope you too had fun, and we'll see you again next Friday. Thank you so much.
Take care. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.